Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Knights of the Alternate Histories, and today we're going to be talking about what if Britain went into a civil war during World War II. Now, this is going to be interesting because, well, I've never really seen anything like this, and so we're going to go in depth to the Civil War, so we're not going to really be covering World War II at all. But yeah, let's get into it. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what I should do next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and the year is 1938, and the map looks like this, with Germany already invading Czechoslovakia, Neville Chamberlain just saying, "Oh wow, look at me, we did stuff," and the British Empire about to fall apart. Germany has plans to invade Poland and France and basically take over all of Europe, but we already know that. So, what's next? Well, it's simple. Neville Chamberlain has a plan that he's gonna tell the British people. His plan was that he neutralified Germany. By only giving them the Sudetenland, he saved the rest of Czechoslovakia. This, of course, was false, which would anger the British people, and this is why the Civil War would start. Losing faith in Neville Chamberlain, he would quickly be voted out, and probably executed, or something by a radical party on the left. Don't really know, he just kind of fades into the back books of history, as you like by this meme. So, the map looks like this now. Germany loving that England just broke apart, well, Britain. Ireland loving that they could possibly annex Northern Ireland. Spain happy that they can get back Gibraltar. Turkey happy that they can maybe take Cyprus. And Malta staying loyal to the rightful crown, as the Maltans do. Italy, however, would look to annex Malta, as that's a nice little piece of land. There would be a bunch of different factions in the Civil War. The yellow is representing the independent factions. All of them are against each other, but still they have the main goal of trying to win independence from their local county. The greens, those are the reformers, so they want democratic reform. The purple-ish kind of thing is the monarchist party, and the gray, well, that is the the Labour Party. The pink, of course, is the Communist Party of Britain. The blue is the Scottish Reformers Party. Orange is the Fascists. And that purple, well, that's the monarchists. I don't know if I already said that or not. All of these factions would be ready to declare war on each other. And not knowing whether who's their friend or who their ally, everyone would be invading. The army would mainly stay loyal to Red, even though they control the smallest amount of territory, but still, it would be a hard-fought battle. Now let's get into the factions. The Red, as we said, the main party staying loyal to Britain, would be led by Winston Churchill. And their flag, well, it's the old Union flag. So, Winston Churchill, his beliefs was, we need to reunite England and the UK so we can oppose Hitler and tyranny all over the world. So, he would try and fight with vigor throughout the rest of the war. You know, I like that word, vigor. It's a fun word. The Labours, or Purple-Grey Party, would be led by Clement Attlee, and their flag would be red with a black star to represent their party's colors and symbols. They would believe that they need to destroy the old ways and get in a new system of government, a new age. This would be the main issue that they would focus on, and try and take out Winston Churchill as much as possible. Sir Archibald Sinclair would lead the independence movement. He would be the president of a coalition of councils between Wales, Cornwall, and I know that Cornwall is huge, but hey, okay, that's the general term for Cornwall in America. Scotland and Northern Ireland, all trying to take power. And they would believe that England failed, the British Union failed, so why not be independent? Edward VIII would lead the monarchist party, wishing to take back power from what happened last time, and that since he failed, he believes that he can do this now and have absolute power, which is why he would lead the monarchist party. I should say now that the Democratic Reform Party wouldn't really have a leader, as they didn't like Labour or the Whig Party, so they didn't like Tories or Whigs, so they would just be there and be chillin', bro. Andrew Gibb would lead the Communist Party. Their flag would represent a gear flowing around, a distorted version of the English flag. They would focus on bringing equality to everyone. Not just, oh, my voice is dying, that's great. Not just to the monarchists, but making sure that everyone gets wiped out and loves the government. The Union of Fascist Britons would rebel and be led by Oswald Mosley, as we all know. They would believe that fascism is the only way, and to align themselves with Germany. Their flag would be their party flag, and they would wish to take over the entirety of England or Scotland and then invade the other ones. From there, they would be highly militaristic and would enforce heavy conscription. Andrew Gibb would lead the Scottish Reformist Party, and checking back in my script, Harry Pollitt led the Communist Party. I'm sorry. They would believe in a Scottish reform to keep the Union of Britain, but to have Scotland priority. This would be an interesting twist, but they would wish to colonize and control England. I don't know if colonize is the right word, but that's what I wrote down. And their rhetoric would to be reunite the Union. France, seeing Britain about to explode and seeing all of its colonies declaring independence and moving away, would quickly decide not to join the Allies, and a majority of Britain's colonies wouldn't join the Allies as well, with only African colonies staying loyal, usually to Winston Churchill, as he was the more authoritarian of the bunch. Well, unless you count fascism and syndicalism as authoritarian. Bad choice of words. This caused Germany to win even faster against France, quickly crushing them and preparing to invade the Soviet Union. By crushing this easily, Italy could take all of northern Africa and Corsica with relative ease, and France would just remain divided and wouldn't be able to unite its different parties and would become under fascist rule. With Germany not having to worry about the north, they wouldn't occupy them. The main party to look at would be the fascists, as Germany, seeing them as a good ally to have, especially if they take control of all of Britain and then they wouldn't have to worry about Western Europe, Germany would send men and supplies to them, delaying the invasion on the Eastern Front, but finishing off Britain in a better and cleverer way than they did in our timeline. Oswald Mosley would quickly gain more support and followers, causing his faction to explode and being able to take a majority of Mosley being a strategist and knowing that the heart of a revolution would come into the Scottish people, then somewhere not England, you have to take over one country before you can take over all four, would quickly decide to invade Scotland, focusing on them, but would also invade. Meanwhile, Winston Churchill would focus on taking out the Labour Party, as he would see that as the main enemy, the syndicalists on the monarchists, and the monarchists would just try to survive. The monarchists would have a huge expansion, but also the independents with most parties. Oswald Mosley would move up to the north, and the syndicalists would also move up north, but they wouldn't engage with the fascists trying to cause a truce. They'd mainly try and focus on the monarchists, but they would expand, and as for Winston Churchill and his bunch, they'd be forced to fight and make deals with the democratic reformists to try and gain some base support. Ireland would quickly take over the other Northern Ireland, and the Scottish independents would just move into Scottish unity, forming one giant alliance. The Labourers would quickly start being crushed, as the syndicalists, monarchists, and the new reformists try to all smash and take them over in one fell swoop. With the reformists now joining Winston Churchill, he would have all of southern England to expand. Hey everyone, thank you for watching and for subscribing if you felt inclined to. This was actually a really fun series to take a break from Civil War and focus on a topic I haven't seen a lot of people do. The only thing I can think about is the Hoi 4 mod, but that's really niche and I think it got cancelled a while ago. I haven't heard anything from it for like 2 years. But yeah, I hope you guys do have a great week or whenever you're watching this, and have a good one. Wow, what a great video. On your left, well, that's a video that I recently uploaded. And on your right, well, that's a video YouTube thinks you should watch. I don't know why. I'm not YouTube. Why do you choose? Well, anyways, I hope you have a good one and goodbye.